everyone. Welcome back for another SUSE keynote. Now, it's been a fantastic week here at BrainShare with loads of information coming in, lots of opportunities for networking with one another, and I think we've all had a little bit of fun and entertainment as well. Now, at the end of this keynote, we're going to be giving away some SUSE prizes, and if you spent some time in our booth this week, you know we have some great SUSE customers, including Burton and Gibson. So we're going to be giving away 3 Burton snowboards and 3 SUSE Green Gibson guitars. But the catch is you've got to be in the room at the end to win. So stick around for your chance, okay? All right, now on Tuesday, you heard from our President and General Manager, Niels Brockman, about our strategic focus on enterprise Linux and cloud computing. You also heard about the global nature of our organization, our 20+ years of experience delivering to you enterprise Linux technology, and of course, our award-winning and industry-leading technical support and services. But what you might not know about SUSE engineering is that we deliver over 1,300 fully tested maintenance updates every year in support of over 14,000 individual packages included in our distributions, all of which are hardened and thoroughly tested by over 100,000 automated test cases that run continuously every day, 7 days a week. So that's just a little peek into a couple metrics behind SUSE engineering. Now, I can't talk about SUSE engineering without also talking about our open source communities and projects. Projects like OpenSUSE, of course, kernel.org, and a host of others. These projects, technologies, and people are the foundation for the enterprise Linux offerings and solutions that we build. And at SUSE, we're absolutely passionate about our commitment to the open source communities that we work with, and also to the open source business model and development model. And we have that passion for a good reason. We believe that by working together with the truly global open source community, we can deliver to you, our customers and partners, more innovation on a scale and at a pace that is absolutely unmatched by traditional methods. And in the last few years, we've seen this in the burst of open source innovation, particularly around cloud computing. So this week at BrainShare, I'm very excited to announce, as you heard on Tuesday, that we have joined OpenStack. All right, thank you. Now, as you may know, OpenStack is a collection of interrelated projects with a unified goal of delivering an easy-to-implement, massively scalable, and feature-rich cloud computing platform. Now, by combining OpenStack technology and the OpenStack framework with SUSE Linux enterprise technology, we will build and deliver an all-open source cloud infrastructure solution that is operating system and hypervisor agnostic. What do you guys think of that? All right? Thank you. All right, well, now let's look at some of this technology. And I want to welcome my colleague James up to the stage here. And while he's getting set up, recall that on Tuesday you saw Darren and Christoph give you a demo showing how easy it is to build a workload using SUSE Studio and deploy it to the public Amazon EC2 cloud and then manage it with SUSE Manager. Well, today James is going to show us something very similar, but we're going to do this in the context of a private cloud that's been built with OpenStack and SUSE. And we're going to show you a very similar, seamless level of integration between SUSE Studio, OpenStack, and SUSE Manager. James, let's show them how it works.
Thanks, Michael. So the first thing we want to do is to set up our OpenStack server, right? So we can do this by going to the OpenStack website, download the tarball, uncompress it, and set it up. But this is kind of tricky. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go to SUSE Gallery, as you can see on my browser. We've added OpenStack just this morning. This is what our colleague did was to basically do all the hard work of creating this OpenStack appliance and sharing it on the gallery. So we can just go ahead and click on it. And here you can see some details of the appliance, right? So what we've already done to save time is to click on this image, and we've downloaded and prepared an OpenStack server already running. So I'm just going to go and switch to that.
So now, while he's doing that, I want to point out that this appliance that he just downloaded from SUSE Gallery is something that all of you can use yourselves to experiment with this technology on your own. Even right now, if you've got a laptop on your lap, go out to Studio Gallery, SUSEGallery.com, search on OpenStack.
Okay, so I'm just going to kind of briefly walk you through OpenStack. So here you can see an overview of the system. You can see how much disk space, how much memory it has. You can see all the services, the instances that are running. So right now I don't have any instance running here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to SUSE Studio. And right here I'm in the Build tab. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build a web server appliance. I'm going to just click on Build here. And it's going to take a minute to start doing the build. So usually what happens is that when your build is done, you're going to need to download this image. You're going to need to import it into your OpenStack server. So we've gone ahead to make this even easier. So we've added this feature called webhooks in a recent hack week. So what this allows you to do is to basically do a one-time configuration linking your SUSE Studio instance with the OpenStack instance. So when the build finishes, it's going to automatically appear in the image inventory of your OpenStack instance. So you can see this is one of the web servers that is there.
So what we just saw there is really seamless integration between SUSE Studio and the OpenStack dashboard.
That's right. So I'm going to go ahead and launch this image. I'm going to go back to the user dashboard, go to images. I'm going to click launch. Okay. I'm going to give it a name. Let's call it BrainShare. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to use all the default CPU and memory settings. I'm going to click launch. So this will be running in a minute. So one thing that we showed you on the Tuesday keynote was this SUSE Manager integration in SUSE Studio. So what that means is that when this appliance boots up in my private cloud, it's going to automatically connect to my SUSE Manager instance. So I'm going to switch over, and you can see it here, right? So you can see the host up and running. So we didn't build with the update repository included on purpose, so that we can show you the different patches that we need to apply to the system.
Okay, so just to recap again, now we've seen seamless integration from the OpenStack dashboard into SUSE Manager.
Right.
Great. All right, well, let me throw one more challenge at you here. What if I was traveling and I didn't bring my laptop, and all I had was my Android-based phone or maybe an Android tablet? Could I manage my workload in OpenStack with that?
Actually, we can. So one of the cool things that our engineers did during the last hack week was that he did a SUSE Manager Android client, right? So I have an Android device here. I'm just going to quickly walk you through how that works. So I'm going to click on Applications. I'm going to click on SUSE Manager. So I'm just going to click Login and Systems Overview, right? So here you can see a list of the system exactly the same as what you see in the SUSE Manager Web UI. You can see right at the bottom, this host, it looks like it has some updates. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to give me more details about the host. So this is a web server, so I'm interested in security fixes there. I don't want people hacking to my machine. So I'm going to click on security fixes here at the bottom. So this shows me a whole list of the updates that I want to apply. I'm going to click on Apache because that looks kind of important. So this gives me a whole bunch of information. I can click on packages at the bottom here. It shows me all the packages included in this bunch of fixes. What I really like is this impact on this bottom right. So I click on that. It's going to show me a whole list of the servers that I have in, under SUSE Manager's management that are affected by this patch. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, this looks good. So I'm going to go back. I want to apply this update, so I'm going to press and hold on Apache. And it's going to basically allow me to apply the updates right here and now.
Wow, it's that easy. Thank you, James.